Alright, hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today is another day, and also earlier today I did a re-upload because it turns out I had something in the video, so like I needed to edit it out because it's private and stuff. So yeah, but then honestly nothing really changed much for the content. The important content is like it's all fine and unedited, so like you guys can, like, it's not unedited, I mean like I didn't change anything, so it's the same. You can if you already watched that, it's okay. If you already want to rewatch it or anything, or you can still even watch it without feeling left out, like what did you miss? Nah, you didn't miss anything. So for today's video I will be showcasing another deck you've probably seen from the thumbnail, which is the Shadow Paladin deck that I've completed quite recently, so that's why I didn't do it like earlier and I couldn't play test it as much. But after playing it for for the past few days, and yeah, it's been really I see, and I feel like the deck is really good considering my budget. So like if you guys have better budget, you can do better. Like you can make a better deck. My deck will be when you're playing shadows, it's like it can change a lot between. So wait, I need to change the triggers because I previously used this for like auto fighting. Let me change it auto draws. So yep, let's go to confirm the deck. So this is Shadow Paladin. I'm using the rand from the YT event skin. This is normal. So I got full bow as my starter, obviously, because I'm playing Blaster Dark, Blast Javelin, and the Blaster Shadow Paladin sets. And I run 9 draws and 4 heals because in this deck the problem is I actually thought to run crits, but then I realized that when you run crits, the problem of that deck is that because you retire so much, sometimes you don't even like get into your pieces. So like if you were to retire and have crits, you won't have enough cards. So basically you need to finish it, that like you have to rush them quickly, because once you call down your whole hand, you can't replenish that. But when you're using draws, you replenish that quite easily. Well, it depending on your checks, but the higher, if you check the crit and then your opponent also PGs, like that's not really creating, because in this game you can't move the crits to the rear card, so you have to put it on your Vanguard constantly. So if they have a PG, not so great, but probably they also have the PG. So for starters, we have run 4 Miclers because 4 PGs it's normal, and 4 Javelins. Note that this deck is like, maybe I've not completely mastered it, so if you see me a little misplaced, maybe you can see, but honestly the deck seems fine. It just I play my best, but sometimes I'm probably like I'm not the best Shadow Paladin. Obviously I'm not the best Shadow Paladin user. So let's just continue the deck. So 4 Blaster Javelins. Why? Because this is your like grade 1 right target, because I have full power. Obviously you want to ride Blaster Javelin, and then because if you call it the rear card, only see I see rear card is cost for retiring, searching for his skill where he plus 2000 with full bow in the soul, and then he also has a second skill which you might use but not always. So when placed, you discard a grade 3 from your hand to search a Phantom Blaster Dragon. Really simple skill, but can help you in times where you need a grade 3 and like you really need a Phantom Blaster Dragon and stuff. And also can be a card to retire, and also I run Nimin, so he can be also a target discard. You won't want to really call him to the rear card unless you like want to use him for something else, because the 6k body on the rear card and boost, it doesn't really help, because it may make magical numbers, but those numbers can like be shut down when the opponent gets triggers. So like those magical numbers isn't the best one. So like if it's with Nullity Revenger 18k, I guess it's kind of good, but at the same time Nullity Revenger can be like with the 8k body. I have 8k base Dark Sage Sharon, because 20k, it's quite magical number depending on the cards like they play. And then I run 1 Nightmare Painter, because why? I need to fill in 1 grade 1, and also Nightmare Painter has a skill, basic normal skill like Dream Painter, like I think it's Dream Painter, yeah. When placed, you may put a card from your hand to your soul. Why is this, like why do I use this? Is that like I would at first I run the horse, the Pegasus, where you give 2000, but that thing like for cross ride, it helps with cross ride numbers, but I don't really encounter like problem if I have to hit cross right numbers, because at the same time I need to clear out their intercept anyways. But the fun part about the deck, about Nightmare Painter, is that you can ride to PBO, then put the PBD into your soul, so you have cross right numbers in turn 3, which is really fun. But you would use like 2 cards and 3 cards, like 1 to write, 1 to call it, and put into 1 to soul, so you technically like -1, but then you also get like, it's not technically a -1 because you just save 1 turn of a creature, right? And then also sometimes PPT also has a problem where if opponent damage denies you to only 1 damage, or you use your counter blast previously like last turn and they don't give you enough damage to use it again, you would not be so great running running to PBD. So that's why I run Nightmare Painter, because it also I need 1 more grade 1 and fill in the slot, and also be a good grade 1, but at the same time also something that like I don't really need, like crazy need. So I want it, I can use it once, and then it's basically not 7k base vanilla, so I can retire it and stuff. So 2 Blaster Dark. If you were to ask me to run 4, the problem is like Blaster Dark is a vanilla to the rear card, 9k vanilla. If it's on a Vanguard, it's 10k, and also can counter blast too, if depending if you have the plus 1k is if the Blaster Javelin is installed. And also, anyways, when you ride Blaster Javelin on full bar is a skill where he searches your Blaster Dark already. So you running, because also your grade 2s in the in Shadows are really good. Like there are a lot to choose, and Blaster Dark, it's good, but you don't really need to run it too much. So like you run 2 only is enough, because also rear cards are not crazy, like something you really need for to do and stuff with the skills and stuff. It's a little different in 0, that's why. So, and then I also run 4 mains. Why? Because sometimes you're like in a position where you need to just refill your hand, so you discard and draw with knee. Main has a skill where when placed counter blast 2, discard 1, draw 2. Remember that she has a 5k body, so she has the only like she can set up intercept, but anything can kill it. So if the opponent even uses a grade 0, can kill it. So remember that Nimain is also like one of the targets to retire if you have a special another intercept, because although Nimain is a like you want to retire it, sometimes you don't want to retire it because of the intercept ability. So like although it's intercept 5k, it still means the opponent has to waste 1 attack on it. So that's why it's like why intercept and Nimain is better in Vanguard 0 actually. So, and then 3 Curse Lancer, because I need the counter charge. If you see my deck, like if you see the grade 3 especially, like those 2 like PBD and PPO is counter blast heavy, not to mention Nimain and Blaster Dark. Then also that is why when Curse Lancer has a skill that most cards already also have, like other clans also have. Attack hit counter charge 1 when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, sorry. If it, and then also wait, okay. If you were to ask me why I run, and then also I run for Nullity Revenger, because it has a 12k body if you have a Blaster Vanguard, which you would usually always have because you have Blaster Dark, PBD, PPO, and then you don't really run, you don't really ride 30. That is a target rear card. So why don't I run, like if you ask me, there are 2 more cards. There is a double rare at grade 2, Maka and Va. Why don't I run them? In Va, most people don't run also, because probably you notice if you play Shadows, or if you don't, I will tell you is that Vaha has a skill where when this unit attack hits, counter blast to Moonlight Witch, Vaha, I think her full name. When this unit attack hits this unit attack hits, not like regardless Vanguard or rear card, counter blast 2 to draw 1. Like I said before, Shadows is a counter blast heavy deck to have like high powers on the Vanguard and retiring opponents' rear cards. But then Vaha counter blast 2, that's really heavy for Shadows. And then Maka, I don't really I guess Maka can be good in some situation, but at the same time, calling a grade 1 is like not what you want to do in this deck. And on top of that, counter blast 2 for a grade 1, that's like a little overcost, because even PPD retires 3 but with counter +2, but then gets a 10k and crit and retires one of their opponent's rare card. Like you can clear out the intercept, and then you can retire 3 that is like optional. So I would rather have Nimin than Maka because like it's counter +1, discard and you draw 2. Basically like Maka is a +1. This is a +1 technically because you -1 and +1, but then you also counter less. But then also like it's different situation and different cards and different effects. So I run 4 PPOs because this deck is a PPO deck, and yeah, and then PPO has a skill where this unit attacks, you may Persona Blast with 10k 100, and also he cross ride with Phantom Blaster Dragon. So what the cross ride does is he has a permanent 13,000 base if the cross ride card is in the soul. That's what cross ride do, but his cross ride card is Phantom Blaster Dragon. Like I said with Nightmare Painter, he can get one turn where he already cross ride. My voice may sound deeper for some reason. I think puberty is hitting me. So, and then the third and final skill, it's not really what you want to do, but at the same time it's a really good addition because counter blast 2 and retire the card to retire one of your opponent's card. So why is this good is that you can call a grade 1 and then retire that grade 1 to retire one of their intercepts. So if you want to finish it that turn, or even retire their boosters to like, so if you have cross ride numbers and the opponent have no way of getting that without a boost, you can do that because like the opponent has to pull a trigger, and like if they have to pull a trigger, you also just prepare a PG and stuff, which is really good. And then 3 PPDs, why? Because I only have 3. So if you were to have 4 PPDs and 4 PPOs, you run 4 PPOs and 4 PPDs and 1 Dark Dictator, because Dark Dictator has only literally a one-time use, and then only one-time use. That's why you wanna run PPD and PPO more. But then also, if you were to say actually Dark Dictator has a really good budget option, but since I'm late to the Shadow Paladin and stuff, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a deck for it, because I also have not created the deck because I've been focused on trying to get the PPDs and PPOs, and then also like I don't fancy a Dark Dictator, I guess, because I didn't really know the card when I saw it. Like I thought, oh, it's a promo, oh cool, so Dark offer early, but then when they revamped it in Vanguard, the standard version, I really like that card. That card has a really good skill, it has a really good trial deck, and you know something, maybe you since you might play or not play the physical game, if you were to play against, like if you have the trial deck, they changed it up. So the problem of G era, I liked it, but there was one thing about the physical game that I didn't like, is that basically it was like a game that you have to pay to really win, because the better strides cost more and they are more rare. And if people are gonna have that, you're gonna have to use that, right? If not, you're gonna lose unless you just sack crits. But like now, even in Vanguard, the standard version, like your opponent's hand size is so big, like sometimes even if you were to rush him, okay, you rush him, then they rush you, and you're, oh no, I have no hand, like, and it wasn't the best situation for me as well. But then when they do the reboot, I was kind of sad at first, like, oh, they're gonna do a reboot, what's gonna happen, because it was something new. But then when they did, I bought some trial decks because I thought like I wanted to play, but then also the shop was, my local shop was actually like, it wasn't really opening that often, and I was like confused what's happening to my shop. But then it turns out it was just changing owners and stuff. So, and then after that happened, like I actually overpaid, like the cost for my trial decks was expensive. I don't know why I thought it was fine when I could buy online, but I was never reintroduced to online shopping anyways during that time. I was young. I forgot when I bought that. But the thing about standard, I'm talking about standard now. Well, the standard trial deck, why I like Dark Dictator during that time is because even trial decks can beat the best decks. So like if the decks are completely fully maxed out, sometimes you can just get super lucky and like draw into your pieces and opponent doesn't, and like you just wipe them, like blast them away with your trial deck. I've won some like matches against like the decks have been completely upgraded. You can upgrade it further because there is no cards yet. There is no new cards that can upgrade it yet. Then when I fight them with my trial deck, okay, and I can win sometimes if I get lucky and stuff. It always, that's why the fun thing about Vanguard is that your luck also really can affect the game and stuff. So let's get back directly. So I have no SP except the Curse Lancer and Magler because yeah, and then maybe some rare foils. I don't even have an SP Charon. I should get some Karen or Sharon. So and then the heals, where are they? They're in Badakar. Yep, Badakar. So he has a skill when play. He's basically a tank raiser. But you know, but Badakar doesn't like Badakar. I always call it Badakar. Badakar has like the skill. He doesn't need to be like when you check the top card, you don't have to crit 2 or less. But a card can choose. Actually, the original one is Shadow Paladin, but since there was like clan restrict stuff or not the normal fight, not the extreme fight, so like his skill was basically this. So call him, check the top card, call it. But since the heal trigger, like it's okay to have him. It's not. It's also okay to see him in the checks. So which is why I run him on heals, but actually I used that like from people because people used it heals also. So that's pretty much it for the wrap up. So let me get into a fight quickly. Yeah. So the main focus of this deck, the thing about this deck which is really fun, well I say a lot of fun with it, but if you're playing Razors, like Razors and BSTT like I said, you wanna have fun because you focus on keeping attacking them, and then when they think they're safe, they're not safe. So like, but then Shadow Paladin, what's fun is that attack order matters so much, right? So like, but then if you're playing Shadow Paladin, it's usually just Vanguard, Vanguard. Why? Because your Vanguard usually has the biggest power boost. Now from PBD skill, 10,000 and crit from retire 3 and retire one of them. Then you have PB also plus 10,000 and 1 crit. Getting the crit is really easy. Like you can say that for Dimension Police, but also the power buff they get also helps the chance of hitting and stuff. Wait, this is a VP farmer. You guys waiting Kakiro crit form. So if a hand like this, you wanna get what you wanna get is always javelin. You don't need. It's fine if you don't get a crit too. So I'm gonna read actually all 4 of these. Yeah, this is fine because I need the javelin. Oh, if I didn't get the javelin, that's a little annoying. Oh, we're playing against MLP. This is fun. Come on, javelin. Oh, no javelin. So if I were to get javelin, I would get Blaster Dark and stuff, and I would go to the pseudo right chain because it's not necessarily a right chain, but at the same time it's also like there's like an evolution and stuff. So it's also at almost the end of the season, and materials is double and VP is also doubled. So if you guys are trying to collect VPS, this is the last season for you get eating infinite packs, because next season they'll change up the rules and stuff. So if you guys still want to get like more extra packs for next set, because next set they introduce 4 new clans as a Great Nature, Gold Paladin and stuff. You guys should know, because if you guys see in the Japanese side, let's see if I get Blaster Dark. No. This is too many PGs. Yeah, too many PGs. See my shuffling. But this is an interesting stage because right now I can, but then also like, I can join to a path card discarded with new main. Next turn also, if I join to more pet cards, I can retire them with PPT skill and then have like +1 crit stuff. But a little downside about this, if you have like PGs like me right now, like those PGs doesn't really mean much, because you wanna go a little offensive with the Shadow Paladin, and if you don't have records to use them as cost or like to attack even, that's not gonna be great. Here's my situation into another email. I'm not sure if I should discard for email. Oh wait, never mind. I thought this one entered my hand. Oops. False alarm. Honestly, my best option is to discard the Neeman. Draw 2. That's 3 Neemans down though. Badakar. So I can now call Badakar. Oh, Blessed Dark. My avatar. Now if like this, I can like safely sack 3. Why do I wanna sack 3? Because I also wanna retire the Ring of Brave. And on top of that, since I don't run crits, I will put him to 4 damage. Like, completely put him to 4 damage. Oh yeah, one more thing to remember is that when you use Nightmare Painter skill to put the BPD in the soul, you would not get the full bow out. So, there's a tactic I play which is really fun and stuff. It was against a CPU sadly. It was against a person in PvP. It was fun though. Like, so what I did was throw into my card, and then it was a PBT. I had Nightmare Painter and a PBO in my hand. So I wrote PBO, call Dark Dictator, and then move my crit 1 front. Use Dark Dictator skill to give 5k to put rear card. Then use Nightmare Painter, because the thing about Vanguard 0 is that you can't pick you can't pick the you can't pick the cards that you discard from the soul. So if you wait, what's I trying to say? I got a brain fart. So oh yeah, so like if you're playing a deck that like has specific cards in the soul, you can't really pick it. So that's why I soul blast first. You can't really like what I'm trying to say is in Vanguard 0 you can't pick the cards that you soul blast, because in the real game you can pick, right? Because there's no like game chooser or anything. So it will soul blast the most recent cards or the cards that is the most bottom, which is like when you soul charge, the cards go to the bottom, not the top. Just remember that. So if I were to use Dark Dictator, so here's an example. If I were to use Dark Dictator skill, I would soul blast the Phantom Blaster Dragon. That's why you might wanna use right PBO, use Dark Dictator skills, and then use and then the where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah. So when you were to use Nightmare Painter and you want to use Dark Dictator, don't forget that Nightmare Painter will put the soul in the bottom. So you have to remember. So I will call this now because it is I need more port. I want to attack this. Attack. Twin drive. Heal. So I give the power to Masquerade. Second check. Draw trigger. So now this is confirm my attack. Okay. Because the opponent has a, for some reason this MLB player is not calling a board, so like that's not the thing you want to do when you're playing Royal Paladin, especially Kim's Shadows, because you don't want it to get retired. But I don't have counter blast anyways. So you're gonna use Blaster Blade skill. I would say okay, you're trying to wipe that out, that's fine. Oh, okay. I thought he called a K on the rear card circle, but then forgot about Majesty Lord Preston have to pull a trigger. So I'm not dead. The draw trigger. I'm winning this actually. But then again, it's strange to see him running crits. Luckily I have PG. Ooh, that's so cool. It's at SP, wow. And it even has shines. Wow, that's so cool. Cop, check the top card. Blaster Dark. Oh, my avatar. Call you here. It's a mistake too, because I want to retire and stuff. No, that's fine. But one thing for sure is that I don't need to. Except if I get a trigger, so that's fine. So I will retire Karen to retire Bedivere. But a car attack. Then my Vanguard cross right numbers. Let's go. If I put a trigger, okay, I will. If they don't have the last 2 VGs in hand, I will win. Unless they can also heal. Win to a PVD. Okay, they have the last. They have the third VG. Attack. Okay, so if they don't get a heal, I win. This is really fun though. See, the thing about the deck is that Bedivere. So the thing about the deck which is fun is that you wanna retire your opponent's intercept, leaving them with less cards, then hitting them with crits with your Vanguard, and also finishing them off really early. Well, not always technically early, but you can also. So if you run draws, you can survive in the late and early mid game. So you don't lose everything too early and lose temple because of the retiring and stuff. Like it retires a lot because it shadows, and if you send your drive check don't goes to your hand, you need draw triggers to refill your hand each turn. So that's why you gotta run draws instead of crits, because the crits you already get, you don't really need more than 2 crits because the opponent would PG and stuff. So this deck is really fun if you're like looking for high power hitting and constantly smash bashing with crits and removing your opponent's guardian guarding abilities. Like if you're playing Nova Grappers, you wanna hit more, hit stand, and also like if you're playing if you're playing Beast GDs. But then if you're playing Perfect Razors, you just wanna swing face with your razors. But if you're playing MLP, you wanna set up everything, then have an explosive turn, then keep pushing them with crit. But then you Shadow Paladin also does that, which is really good because and then also Dot, you wanna play Temple. If this Shadow Paladin, you wanna prepare for cross rides, get the 10k and crit. Your red card swing wherever, like if they wanna swing face, they swing face, and then your red card swing face, and then your Vanguard swings that face also. And then you also wanna retire to basically retire their intercepts and stuff. That's basically it for the deck. But you gotta try it out. If you guys have the pieces and stuff, you guys gotta try out the decks I've played. Like they're really fun for me. Like I don't really play it just to win, because if I don't find a deck fun, I won't get motivated, right? So if it's fun, you guys will. I get motivated. So I'm pretty sure you guys would get motivated too. So that's pretty much it for the video. Nothing else to say about the deck. It's just really fun, and like so when I'm usually playing Razors. Well, I played the NG Razor Beast Razor, but it's a little scary because sometimes like it's more piece reliant. But then if you're playing Shadows, Royals, and Kagero, I have technically 4 decks to play, and if I keep shuffling those 4, my legend rank will go up really fast because I won't get bored and stuff. You guys should try that too. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end the video here. So subscribe, like, and share for more videos like this. Comment down below any questions you might have, and also when you subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell and select all to get post notifications when my videos come on. And if you can click on the right, there is another video that I made, and also click if you don't see the subscribe button, you can also click on the left corner here to icon. You can click, and then there is a subscribe button. That's pretty much it. Stay safe and stay healthy, guys. Peace.